The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Welcome to Dover High School for tonight's boys basketball matchup between the second-ranked Dover Senators, 10-2 overall, 7-0 in the Henlopen North, and the Smyrna Eagles with a 9-3 record, 7-2 in the Northern Division. The Eagles under Andrew Mears have already surpassed last year's win total by 6. With that Northern Division record of 7-2, they sit behind Dover in the standings. They split with Cape Henlopen and Sussex Central on the year. We saw them earlier this month getting a win over Cape Henlopen at home. Let me bring in my broadcast partner for this ball game tonight, Pat Gariantes. And Pat, when you take a look at Andrew Mears' Smyrna team, it starts with the captain, the senior, Obi Coleman.
It does, and you know, Glenn, he's an athletic, specimen. He can get the job done on the rebounds, also create some space with his ability to score on the inside, and can play above the rim. Also provides some rim protection, which has been crucial for Smyrna. And he's kind of a good ladder, so to speak, of the old, Smyrna program that had, run in the late 2010s. They ran things in the state of Delaware over into this new regime. They got a young roster, so he's a good guy to kind of show the culture a little bit to these young guys that have been up and coming. I've been impressed with Coach Mears' team this season. Like you said, Glenn, they already improved upon the record from last year by 6 games, and we're at, for a lot of teams, maybe a little bit over the midway point of the season. Impressive accomplishment for a program that's back on the rise.
Coleman is going to need some help down in the blocks, Pat, because the Dover Senators under head coach Stephen Wilson are primed again for a postseason run. There are only 2 losses, both on the road by 1 point. To St. E's a week ago Saturday, 61-60, and in a holiday tournament to 13-1 Stephen Decatur out of Maryland, and they lost that game by 1 point as well. And when you talk about Dover, I mean, they have one of the best point guards in the state in Denham Perkins. They have the Polytech transfer, Darrell Little, who was All-State last year. But they've got some big talent underneath in Norwood and Williams.
Absolutely. And, Denham Perkins really kind of jumped on the scene last year, as the running mate to Jaheim Harrell. And, we figured he needed someone to step up, and Denham did that. He's the returner, and the Darrell Little, pickup is huge. He was one of my favorite players last year. I voted for him for first team All-State. Obviously, he earned those honors from the other of our colleagues as well. He's an impressive scorer at all 3 levels. Just scored his 1,000th point last week in that St. Elizabeth game.
That's right.
He's impressive. And then, as you said, I mean, they've got the size. Darrell Little is a 6'5" player. Darrell's little brother, although he's 6'4", you got 6'6" in Norwood, you got 6'6" in Williams. It's an impressive group here for Dover, and that's something that we've come to see, under head coach Wilson. So I'm looking forward to it. Dover's right there. I mean, that 1 point loss to St. E's kind of is the barometer in terms of in-state. Obviously, not a whole lot of detail on Stephen Decatur. So that 1 point loss tells you everything you need to know. They are right there. And appropriately ranked, sitting at number 2 right now.
Meanwhile, the Smyrna Eagles, they have 3 losses overall this year. 2 of those losses, very close losses. They fell to Sussex Central in their last game last week by 4 points on the road. And then they lost to Stephen Decatur, the same team that Dover lost to by a point in that tournament. They lost to Stephen Decatur by just 3. So if that's a barometer, we're looking for a tight one here tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, I think it's anytime you get a conference game like this, Glenn, I mean, you can kind of throw maybe what you expect the storyline to be out the window. This is a Henlopen, battle between these 2 teams, and we'll see if home court advantage comes into play here for Dover. But I anticipate Smyrna to come out and play aggressive and to play hard.
We have a college-type atmosphere here at Dover High. You can probably hear the Dover pep band in the background. Cheerleaders are making noise, and we expect a packed house here tonight at Dover High School in the stands across from our vantage point and on both ends underneath the baskets. Pat, I love it. I love this kind of atmosphere.
That's one of the best gyms in the state, if not the top, not counting collegiate and professional. I mean, this is a heck of an atmosphere. I mean, it makes you feel like you're in a movie, honestly, Glenn, like you said. I mean, this is about as close to a college atmosphere as you're going to get. Got the band going.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
The last two broadcasts the Central crew has had have gone right down to the wire. We hope to have another one for you here tonight. Last week we were at Middletown for a battle of number 3 and number 4. Salesianum and Middletown right down to the wire. Salesianum couldn't convert a desperation last-second shot, and Middletown won by 2 points. And then earlier last week, we got to see the Odessa gym for the first time. Top-rate building and facility there. Dan Pritchard, the athletic director, they do a great job up there. They can see 2,500 people in that gym.
Wow.
And I know Dave Baylor from the DIAA was telling me, hey, we're looking for neutral sites for the tournament. Sounds like a good one. Centrally located, great parking, and good capacity in the gym.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, and that's it. You know, the venues, within the state, it's important. You want to get as many people and as good as an atmosphere as you can. As an athlete, it helps you raise your game. It really does.
And in that game, I was talking about down to the wire, the home team, Odessa Ducks, had come into the game undefeated, and they lost to Coach Lumpkin's St. George's Tech squad, the Hawks, which they led almost from the get-go all the way to the end, but then Odessa was right there losing on a last-second desperation shot as well. So we've had 2 thrillers in a row. Hopefully we get number 3 here tonight. Our only game, our only broadcast of the week. Later on this week, the Upstate crew will have a good one for you on Thursday night. They will have Howard and Sanford, a couple of teams in the top 10.
Yeah, it should be a good one there. Getting our first look at Sanford and Howard. R.J. Matthews in his senior year. Sanford under new head coach Khalid Hart, a graduate that I competed against back when I was in high school. It's going to be a fun one to take in for sure.
All right. We've settled down a little bit here at the Dover High Gym because they're going to announce the starting lineups for the basketball game here tonight, and we will give those to you as well. For the visiting Smyrna Eagles, head coach Andrew Mears in his 11th season at the helm. Smyrna 7-2 in the North, 9-3 overall. Last year, they went 3-17. That's how much the program has improved in just one season. They lost to Cape Henlopen early in the season by 17 on the road. They came back, and they avenged that defeat when we did the game a few weeks ago. And as I mentioned, their other 2 losses were close ones, 4 points to Central and 3 points to Stephen Decatur. Starting lineup, at the point, number 0, leading scorer on the team, Maurice Kilgo. Also a guard, the sophomore, and both of them are sophomores. Number 4, Chase Sullivan. Another sophomore in the starting lineup is number 21, Logan Shaw, and then a couple of seniors, Jalen Williams, one of the top rebounders on the team, and then the team captain, second leading scorer, O.B. Coleman. Rest of the Smyrna Eagles now being taken the floor. And now here's the starting 5 for the Dover Senators, and it'll begin with their senior point guard, 5'9", Denham Perkins. And as you mentioned, Pat, one of the top point guards in the state.
Yeah, he's electric. He's extremely quick, extremely fast, and he doesn't turn the basketball over. That's what I like about him. He plays under control, makes good decisions. He can shoot from both the mid-range and from deep. He's just an all-around tremendous player. Definitely a front-runner for an all-state team here towards the end of the season. He's had a tremendous start to his year.
Starting 5 for Dover, we already mentioned Denham Perkins, also Durrell Little, Javion Dennis, Chase Little, and Esteban Norwood, the 6'6 junior. And now we're going to have the playing of our national anthem. Pat and I will step aside. We'll be back for the start of this game right after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barkley's can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First State Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
We are back here courtside at Dover High School, getting ready for the opening tip. I'm Glenn Frazier. He's Pat Gariantes. On video camera, Nick Halliday, and still photography here tonight in the building is Ben Fulton. And this crew is one of the best in the business. Guys do a great job. I'm here for the ride. All right, the officials are ready, waiting for the starting 5 for both teams to take the floor. There's the buzzer, and we're just about starting right exactly on time. Supposed to be a 6:30 tip. Looks like we're going to get the tip at about 6:33.
I'll tell you what, it was a great JV game again, Glenn. And that kind of bled over, but it was worth the entertainment.
Yeah, it was a 1-point win for the Dover JV, and it was tight throughout. I got here early. It was tied at halftime, and it was really close at the end of the first quarter as well. So let's see if that kind of like parlays into the varsity game. Here's the opening tip. It's controlled by, it's out of bounds. So who they're going to give it to?
Love a good jump ball off the jump ball, right, Glenn?
Yeah, so they're going to give it to Smyrna.
Looks like it.
A lot of pressure on the throw-in, and we got a whistle. The ball was tipped out. They'll do it again. Right in front of the scorer's table to the right of Pat and I. Throwing it in is Kilgo. Gets it into the backcourt. That's Williams, and he passes it back off to Kilgo. Brings it across midcourt. And we're going to let things set up here. Let's see how Dover plays defense right now. Well, losing the handle there is Smyrna, and it's out of bounds to Dover. It looked like Williams was a little off balance when he made the pass.
A little bit. And it looked like a man-to-man defense, unforced error. Obviously, you're going to want to limit those. See what Dover does off of the early turnover here.
Denham Perkins, the senior point guard, brings it across midcourt. One of the best dribble penetrators around. Gives it off to Darrell Little. Had the hot hand in that win over St. Elizabeth. They're looking for something underneath, Pat, but Smyrna playing good D in the paint.
Yeah, they're packing it in. Yeah, Little is a walking bucket. He did it last year, too. Averaged close to 20 points a game for that Polytech team.
Yeah. Smyrna working the ball around the perimeter. And a good spin move by Little, but he hit the back of the rim with that little floater. Good pass inbounds to Norwood. His shot wouldn't go, and finally Smyrna comes down with a rebound, and we've got a foul over the back by Dover.
Good work there from the shooter, Logan Shaw. I keep saying Shaw. I don't know why I do it. But,
Shaw.
Yeah, but he did a great job of boxing out there. As you can see, Dover going to crash the boards here. They go and get their press set up.
Foul win against Dover's Chase Little, his first. And Dover really pressuring the ball down the floor, and they cause a turnover. Perkins all the way down. Nice little underhanded layup using the side of the rim to block the defender.
He does it all, folks.
Quickly down the other end. A little pump fake. Shot won't go. Battle for the rebound, won by Perkins.
And he's a blur in the open court.
Dover with the ball up 2-0. Perkins again right down the lane.
Good defense.
Norwood comes up with a loose ball. His turnaround shot is off the glass and good, and he's fouled.
Work there by Norwood off the bench, or off the glass. After a nice block there from Williams. Dover staying alive, getting a second chance opportunity.
Yep, Williams called for the personal foul. Both teams have one foul here in this first quarter. We're about a minute and a half in. Norwood just got that shot off in a hurry, and the tough angle made the shot. Now we got a lane violation.
Yeah, they left a little early, it looked like Dover did. Oh, they're going to say it's on Smyrna.
Yeah, they're going to give Norwood another opportunity here. You could probably hear the referee. Said the guy in the corner stepped in.
That was O.B. Coleman.
Second opportunity works.
Makes it pay.
So there's second chance opportunity from the free throw line.
How about that? Definitely makes Smyrna hurt on that one. Now the pressure.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with this, and they create another turnover. Dover with the ball. Perkins dribbles into the paint. Tried to lay it off for a teammate, but nobody there but Smyrna Eagles, and the ball out off of Dover, Smyrna basketball. Yeah. But they have not been able to break the press.
And you got length there at the head of the press with both Chase Little as well as Javion Dennis. Those two guys have a lot of length to affect the passing lanes, and then Denham Perkins is, like I said, electric.
Oh, good pass underneath, and then the ball was batted away alertly by Dover. They got a 2-on-1. Little right wing three-point shot is good, and it's 8-0 Dover.
And the purists are going to hate that because he stopped a fast break to take a three, but that's the modern game of basketball, folks.
8-0 run to start the game for the second-ranked Senators.
Oh, another turnover here.
Yep, that's all they're going to say. It was tipped, but Dover comes out with it. Perkins behind the back. Norwood off the glass and good, and it's 10-0.
Yeah, you're going to have to come with your lunch pail when you play the Dover Senators. You got to come with intensity right off the jump. And Smyrna right now kind of playing, not 100% full speed, it seems like. And Dover is not taking it easy.
No. Coach Mears forced to call a timeout early. Down 10-0 right out of the gate. And he's got to do something in the huddle right now to settle the team down and figure out a way for them to break that press.
Yeah, and it's having a plan. Knowing you got to try and work the ball into the middle to break that pressure, turn, look opposite, get to the runways. Once you get across half court, you don't always have to necessarily attack the basket. Sometimes getting it across half court and getting into your set can work against a pressuring defense like Dover. The more times you put the ball on the court, the more opportunities there is for them to get their hands on it and deflect it. And that's what's hurt Smyrna so far early against this pressure. Some passes that are floating in the air too much and a little too much dribbling while they're trying to figure out where to go with the basketball next.
All right, coming in out of the timeout, Dover continues with the full court press.
You got to try and work the ball into the middle somehow.
Shaw picks up the dribble, gives it back. We're going to get a 10-second count. They finally break it.
And pull it back out. If you're O.B. Coleman, this is where you pull it back out top to your
They're
guard.
doubling the basketball, and they force another turnover in the lane. Perkins down the floor, 2-on-1. Nice pass. Shot up and rejected.
Nice by Coleman.
O.B. Coleman saving Smyrna there, but then they lose the handle. Norwood down the floor. Oh, he can't get it to go off the rim, and we've got a foul going the other way. Maybe on Jarrell Little. No, it's on 25, and that'll be a foul on Norwood.
And they got Norwood. And again, right there, they did a great job of getting it to Coleman. A guard's got to come and help and grab the ball and reset after you get the ball across half court.
Dover with three players back now over to Shaw. He's at midcourt. Ooh, he stepped across midcourt and then back.
And now reset your offense now. This is where you pull it back out and get yourself set up.
Kilgo into the paint, tough shot, forced that one. Hand in his face. Battle for the ball, won by Smyrna. Jumper at the free throw line is good, and the Eagles are finally on the board thanks to Aaron Johnson.
He's going to be good, Glenn. There's a guy you want someone to keep an eye on for the next 4 years. Aaron Johnson, I love it, and this is the second time we've seen him play. He is unintimidated and has a really good game.
So it's now a 10-2 Dover advantage. We're nearing the midway point of the first quarter, and there's a traveling violation on the Senators.
Dennis got a little too sped up. It's going to allow Dover to get into their pressure.
Pat, that's something that I saw at Louisiana in the last game we had last week in Middletown. They committed 7 traveling violations in the second quarter alone.
Yeah. And that's the worry with Salesianum is the focus. Right now, that's what hurt him against St. E's. They can compete stride for stride with every team in this state.
Fake the pass, left-hander up off the glass, no good, one and done for the Eagles.
But it's just a matter of, are they locked in and focused for a full 32 minutes.
We have 3:44 to go. Here's a left corner three-point shot, no good by the Senators. Rebound by Smyrna. Williams gets the ball over there, and Johnson, and now Kilgo will bring it across midcourt. Not much pressure that time.
Good work. Pull it back out top, set your offense up.
Yep. Shaw had a look. Now a deep top of the circle three-point shot. Kilgo back to the rim. Quickly down the floor, Norwood. And he just lays it in with the right hand.
Good find there from Perkins. Long shots create long rebounds, and that can get Dover out and running, and that's exactly what they did.
Dover with the press again. Now they back off a little. Smyrna. Jump shot. Aaron Johnson at the free throw line. Gets the bounce. And makes it 12-4.
I like his game, Glenn. I really do. Great pump fake and good footwork to not travel on the jab step off of that. And just a good mid-range pull-up.
He has all 4 of Smyrna's points. Turnaround jump shot is short. Rebound to the Eagles. Coleman.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a force there from Dover.
Kilgo. Down the floor. Kicks it out. Obi Coleman, three-point shot too strong. Ball will be out to Dover. Dover with a change now. Noah Allen will come in, and checking out is Chase Little.
Also looks like Terrence Williams will check in, the sophomore.
Right. Played his, he was on the Salesiana roster last year. And head coach Mears for Smyrna gets a sub up as well. Getting ready to come back into the game is Chase Sullivan. Shot from the corner, no good. Smyrna's Kilgo comes away with a rebound.
A little catch and shoot three off the screen, couldn't knock it down.
Chance for Smyrna to cut into this Dover lead, which is now at 8 points. Shaw guarded tightly in the corner. Little head fake, got the ball up, drew the contact. Couldn't make the shot, but he will go to the line. Logan Shaw, the sophomore.
Good drive, good pump fake, and again, good footwork not to travel. You see guys a lot of times when their momentum gets going and they try and pump fake and they start using that jab step, they end up traveling with the basketball. He did a good job of keeping that pivot foot established, earned himself 2 free throws.
Just about down to the 2-minute mark here in this opening quarter. 3 team fouls committed by Dover. And now a couple of changes again for the Senators. Darrell Little will get a rest, so will Javion Dennis. And checking into the game, Nasim Cosme, the football team's quarterback. Shaw made the first. Second attempt on the way, and that one's good as well. He makes them both. Now it's a 12-6 lead. Smyrna has cut Dover's lead in half.
And they forced a couple of, rushed shots on the defensive end. That's really where, Smyrna's allowed themselves, and Obi almost jumped the pass there.
Yeah, he did. Good hands. Couldn't quite come away with a steal. Allen, floater in the lane, short, and Coleman gets the rebound. He runs the floor, and he ran into Denham Perkins, who's going to be called for the foul.
A little too dangerous. Again, putting that ball on the court against the pressure and the quickness of the hands here from Dover. Perkins just got a little too aggressive on that one.
Now, Pat, if you're Smyrna, you're 1 foul away from being in the early bonus here in this first quarter. You got some players that can give a little head fake and get the defender up in the air. They need to try that maybe now. Coleman alertly got his ball back. Went up for a shot. There you go. There's foul number 5. Now he's going to go to the line anyhow in the act of shooting.
It's a good aggressive drive there by Coleman, and he's trying to get himself back in front of the basket to get that angle. Earns himself 2 free throws.
A chance to cut Dover's lead to 4 after they were down 10-0. And the first one's missed. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. The stands are full across from us here in the Dover High gym. Coleman's second attempt is good. It's a 12-7 game.
Dover wastes no time. They come right down at you. Perkins getting some off-ball work here on this possession.
Step back, jump shot, good. Tough shot by Perkins.
That's just wonderful. Again, great footwork, creates the separation and a tough step back.
And he had a double team in his face.
Yeah, really, really tough, impressive shot.
Oh, there's a steal. Noah Allen in the lane. Gets it down the floor to Cosme. He's going to back it out.
Oh,
No,
what a
good
pass.
pass in the lane, and Williams' shot's rejected. I think Kilgo got the block. Floater in the lane's no good. Little Perkins, the smallest guy on the floor, got the rebound.
Wow, what a segment there. Cosme, oh yeah, he's a quarterback.
Yeah.
Great find. Heck of a block. I think, like you said, it was either Kilgo or Coleman.
Right.
Pinned it off the backboard.
Oh, good inbounds pass. High off the glass. Won't go down. Tipped around. Smyrna comes away with it. But a double team in the corner.
And they got their opportunity.
Under a minute to go in the corner. Tough shot by Coleman. Started with the right, used the left, and kissed it off the glass.
It's a little no. Yes.
Shot down the other end, and that goes. I think that was Williams, wasn't it?
It was. Nice tough fadeaway hook.
His first points of the game. Now the offense is starting to heat up.
Yeah, we are playing at breakneck speed here.
Now Coleman will take a three-point shot. Side of the rim, won't go. Dover with a rebound. 20 seconds to go in the quarter.
That may be 3 possessions of pace this game's being played at. That's a foul. Wow,
Yeah.
nothing.
There's a partial block. Going up with that shot for Dover was Kareem King, who's in the game. And that was Kilgo again with good hands again.
King, a freshman, getting minutes here. 6'2", 195.
All right, Smyrna will throw it in with just 14 seconds to go in the quarter. Dover again, full court press. Trying to eat time off the clock. Hopefully Smyrna doesn't get back and get a good look. Let's see what the Eagles do. Aaron Johnson guarded closely across from us. And now he's bumped out of bounds. That'll be a foul, and he should go to the line. That's
Yeah.
number 6.
Not a smart foul.
Foul goes against Chase Little. That's his second. First player in the game with more than one personal foul.
It's a sophomore right there. So I mean, that's a teaching moment. Hey, look, we gotta adjust to this. We're about midway through the year now. We should be adjusted to the 5 fouls per quarter rule. Know where we're at when it comes to that, and don't give them free points.
Aaron Johnson at the line. High arcing shot will go.
I really like Johnson. Glenn, I know I've been talking about it here the whole quarter and talked about it to you pregame, but I'm really, really impressed with him, and the confidence is just going to continue to come as this season goes on.
He has half of Smyrna's first quarter points. Trying to get number 6 here. And it's good, nothing but net. Give him 6 points in this quarter. Perkins takes a right of the circle, 3-point shot, back of the rim. Smyrna with a rebound, 2, 1, pass down the floor, and they just don't get it off in time. As Logan Shaw there would have had an easy layup. But 1 quarter in the books, Pat, 16-11, Dover on top, and Smyrna came back a little bit after down 10-0.
Yeah, they got sped up to start this game, and that turnovers are being forced. They were letting Dover get out in transition. They slowed themselves, composed themselves the second half of that quarter, and got themselves right back into the game. Hopefully they should be settled in by this point and are ready to handle that pressure, and we'll have ourselves a game the rest of the way.
All right, well, we'll be back with second quarter action. Pat and I will right after this.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
Glenn Fraser courtside with Pat Garriantes. Here's the scoring in the first quarter for Smyrna. Aaron Johnson had 6, Logan Shaw 2, and 3 points for Obi Coleman. For the Dover Senators, 4 points for Perkins, 3 for Darrell Little. Norwood had 7 and 2 for Terrence Williams. As we head to the second quarter of action, Dover with a 5-point lead. Nobody really in foul trouble. Only one player with more than one personal foul, and that is Dover's Chase Little with 2.
Yeah, entertaining first quarter. And let's see if we get the breakneck pace here in the second, or if things start to settle into a half court here.
Darrell Little gives it up. They swing it around the perimeter. Three-point shot from the left wing is good by Javion Dennis.
Dennis is a guy who was getting minutes as a freshman last year, looking to take that step, and the confidence level, he's grown a little bit. That's a big-time three to open the quarter off.
Sure is. Gets Dover's lead up to 8 at 19-11. First points of the game for Javion. And there's an early foul called on Dover. I think that's Darrell Little, and that'll be his first. First foul called in this period as we're barely 30 seconds in. Smyrna with the basketball in their road red jerseys and shorts. Dover in the home whites. Obi Coleman, a left-handed floater from the free throw line. Wow.
It's a tough shot. Tough shot right there from Obi.
And
But a needed bucket. I mean, Smyrna needs buckets.
Yeah. Tough shot, and he nailed it. Dover got down the floor quick, but Smyrna got back and set up. Now we got a switch and a mismatch. Down in the corner, Javion again missed that three-pointer. And Smyrna comes away with a rebound.
Good ball movement. Decent shot selection there.
Kilgo will pull up left wing. Three-point shot for Kilgo. And it's a one-possession lead for Dover.
Oh, and a turnover. Oh, boy. Here comes Smyrna. They're settled in, Glenn. They're settling in.
19-16 ball game.
And this is where Dover needs to not shoot themselves out of the basketball game here. Value your possessions. Get yourself easy baskets again.
Oh, there's a little reach-in foul. That's one, not a whole lot of contact there, but they're going to catch Kilgo, I think. Yeah. That'll be his first.
I like to see Perkins or Little attack the lane here. Get into the lane, either kick out the shooters or look for the big fellas down on the block. Or take a layup.
Denham Perkins, guarded by Aaron Johnson.
Here we go, setting up a play. Let's see what they got.
He's got a screen. Terrence Williams out high, gets it into Javion Dennis. He goes up. That's an offensive foul on Dennis.
Great work right there by Jalen Williams, stepping in, knowing that backdoor was coming. That's great help defense to be in position to take that charge.
Quickly, head coach Stephen Wilson will get Dennis out of the game. That's his second personal foul. Going in for him is King, the freshman.
Substitute youth with youth.
Yeah. Both teams have some young players. They
I
get
agree.
a lot of PT. All the way down, right-handed floater, no good. Going up over top the defense, getting the second chance opportunity for Smyrna was Jalen Williams, and a shot rejected.
Kareem King, there you go, the freshman getting in the mix down low. I'll tell you what, that was an impressive second jump there from the ninth grader.
It was. We're almost 2 minutes into the second quarter. Dover, once with a 10-point lead, down to one possession, it's 3.
Hey, Smyrna shut down the transition opportunities for Dover and forced them to work in the half court.
They double-team Perkins now in the right corner. Three-point shot is up and good by King, who just came in the game.
Big-time three. Freshman plays with a lot of confidence. Defensive play on the one end, comes down, hits the three on the other.
Kilgo, good pass underneath, but the shot won't go.
Here to go, they're out in transition. Good work getting back here from Smyrna.
Good pass, a lot of contact underneath, and that's Williams with a bucket.
Way to run the floor from by the big fella there, and got rewarded.
Yeah, so Dover quickly has taken a 19-16 lead and pushed it out to 8 points at 24-16.
And they can do that. I mean, they can score in bunches.
Ooh. That was a dangerous pass into Obi. Now he's going to take a contested three-point shot, and he makes it. Smyrna needed that.
He did. I like what I'm seeing from Coleman. He's stepping up and taking shots, trying to be aggressive offensively. He senses the moment. They're going to have to score to keep up with Dover. He's getting his shots up.
24-19, we got another blocking foul against Smyrna. Only the third foul that the Eagles have committed in the half. Second in this corner, and it was committed by Aaron Johnson, his first. And Johnson comes off the floor, and I know he's looking at the coach's line. What did I do?
Sometimes they're going to be miffed.
They're calling the game tight right now,
It's part
Pat.
of the game, man. It's part of the game.
Yeah, you got to figure out how the officials are calling the game.
Oh,
Good pass underneath. Williams missed his shot, but he drew a foul. Let's see if that's on Coleman or Shaw.
I think it should be on Shaw.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. What a find by Perkins, though, Glenn. I mean, again, the court, he does everything. A true point guard.
At the line, Terrence Williams. He has 4 points in the game. Missed the first one. We're at the 5-minute mark left in this first half. Dover has led since the outset. Second attempt is short, no good. Shaw just lets it go out of bounds. All right, Smyrna with the ball and chance to get it back to a one-possession game. They had it at 19-16, and then Dover 5 quick points to push it out to 8. Backcourt pressure again. Smyrna breaks it. Now Kilgo. Little two-man game with him and Sullivan.
Got to move. They got to move. Smyrna's
Yeah,
get a little stagnant here. They got to try and work the ball around here. Move without the basketball. Get yourself a shot set up here.
Three-point shot on the way. That's short. Coleman had the rebound and lost it.
Fought his own teammate.
And there's almost a steal back. But Darrell Little with a good pass underneath. A little head fake. A miss. But Little back up with it, and he missed. Battle for the rebound, and we've got a whistle and a foul on who?
They call it over the back here.
Williams.
On Terrence Williams.
That's his
second.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Dover now with 3 players that have 2 personal fouls. Both teams have 3 team fouls here in the second quarter. 4:20 to go in the half. Smyrna with the ball down 5. Shaw gets it into Chase Sullivan. Over to Kilgo right in front of us. Cross court to Coleman. Dangerous, yeah. Coleman all the way down the paint. Tough shot, missed everything.
A little bit off balance, and here we go. This is where you got to worry. Against that pressure, Smyrna, you give Dover the opportunity to get out and run.
Oh, good little give and go, but he didn't have the shot. Good ball movement right now by Dover. Darrell Little with a mid-range jumper. No good. Kilgo skies for the rebound.
That was. And now here you go. That Kilgo get it
Oh,
to the
dangerous.
Middle. Yep.
He telegraphed it, and Perkins got up there, tipped it. No look pass to Cosme, reverse layup, good.
So
Nice
good in
sequence,
transition.
Pat.
So good in transition there from Dover. Smyrna's just got to value the basketball right now. A lot of dangerous passes as there's another one.
Kilgo all the way in, high off the glass, and it rolls across the rim. Now Dover quickly down the floor. It's Cosme, puts it up. That won't go, and Sullivan with a rebound.
And again, you're getting too sped up if you're Smyrna. You broke the press.
There's a double team, and they're going to give the ball to Dover.
Got to value the basketball. You're doing a great job of breaking the pressure in the backcourt. Once you get into that front court, you got to settle yourself down, get into your half court.
Aaron Johnson back in the game for Smyrna. Checking out is Ryan Jones. Dover with the ball up 7. 26-19, 3:10 to go in the half. Denham Perkins picked up by Aaron Jones. Down in the left corner. Noah Allen's three-point shot was short. Sullivan with a rebound. He's double teamed. Sullivan gets it now.
He's got to turn. Look, guard's got to come get the ball.
Obi Coleman, tough shot. Getting the rebound and the second chance and the third chance. Finally tipping it in is Shaw.
Great work by Shaw, fighting there on the offensive glass. That's a charge.
Yeah, it's a charging foul called. I believe that's on Cosme.
Well, it's going to be. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those. It's 1 on 4. Slow down on that one.
14 fouls on Dover with 2:44 to go in the half. Next foul puts Smyrna at the line. Coleman gets it into Sullivan.
Get to the middle here.
And he's guarded closely by Cosme. Back over to Aaron Johnson. Double team.
Move up. Now get it back to the half court. All right, you go.
Yeah. A little bit of body contact. Kilgo's fouled. He'll go to the line because Dover's over the limit. And the foul goes on, I think that's number 15 in the game now for Dover. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Shadrach Mansoray.
So the thing here is, if you're Smyrna, if Dover's going to continue to play aggressive like this and you're in the bonus, just keep putting them, keep being aggressive with them, with the ball. That doesn't mean aggressive towards the basket all the time,
right?
But put your body into them. If they're going to bump you if they're going to bump you and put you at the free throw line, go ahead and do it.
And the officials have been calling a tight game.
They are going to be antsy trying to get deflections and turnovers. Use that aggression against them in the last 2.5 minutes.
All right, Smyrna has again sliced Dover's 8-point advantage down to 1 possession. It's a 3-point game.
Good ball movement.
Yep. Denham Perkins, mid-range jump shot, a little short. Sullivan with a rebound. And he comes out of there quick with it and has his pocket picked by Denham Perkins. Passes to Noah Allen, but we're going to get a charging foul against Perkins.
Going too fast, going too fast. It's really what it comes down to. And look, that's the way Dover wants to play. They're going to be playing hard the entire time. But sometimes you got to recognize, hey, there's a defender there. Pull up. Now defensively, you got to be a little more lenient. That's a second foul on Denham Perkins, by the way, Glenn.
Yeah, that's now 4 players with 2 personal fouls for Coach Stephen Wilson.
Like defensively here, there's nothing wrong with keeping the pressure on. But you got to keep your hands off of guys. You cannot put them on the free throw line. So just make the game.
And they're calling it tight.
You got to play off. Your goal right now of the pressure is just to slow Smyrna down so they can't get easy baskets. You got to take the hands completely off. I know that's not the way they want to play.
Right.
But you could potentially foul Smyrna right into the lead here.
Exactly.
If you keep doing this.
Freshman Aaron Johnson at the line. First one's up and good. I'll tell you, between him and Kilgo, they are very good free throw shooters.
I agree.
This is as close as Smyrna has been the entire game. Down by 2.
Credit to the Eagles here for fighting back. Going down 10-0 in this environment with the way that the game was going early. A lot of teams can fold. This team did not.
A 1-point ball game with 2 minutes to go in the half. Johnson made them both. Darrell Little dribbles around the right side, down in the corner, back out on top. Allen thought about a deep 3. Back over in the right corner, Darrell Little for 3, and rims out. A rebound and a putback, and we have contact, and that will send Norwood to the line.
Good work there from Norwood, battling on the offensive glass. Shots aren't falling right now for Dover from deep. Getting those second chance opportunities can really help them.
And that is the second foul on Obi Coleman. So the first Smyrna player in any kind of foul trouble, as Norwood's first free throw hit back a rim.
A little strong.
So the leading scorer in the game is Obi Coleman for Smyrna with 8. Second free throw is no good. Coleman, the aforementioned player, with a rebound.
Again, getting to the middle here. There you go. Now pull it back out.
Coleman over in the left corner. 3-point shot. A little short. I think Smyrna is going to hold on to it.
Not a bad shot, actually, there.
No.
I know I'm saying to pull it out, but that was good. Found the open 3-point shooter in the corner.
Obi Coleman and Aaron Johnson leading Smyrna with 8 points each. 7 points by Norwood leads the way for Dover. Good hands by Dover from behind to get the steal. 1-on-1, pull up, mid-range jumper, no good. Shaw with a rebound. We've got a tie-up, jump ball, possession error in favor of Smyrna.
Good work by Shaw to fight for that board.
Yeah. $1:23 to go in the half.
Dover right now, you're just trying to slow Smyrna down into maybe an unforced turnover. Just keep your hands off.
Good bounce pass to Obi Coleman from Johnson. He takes it all the way in. He throws it up. Unselfish play and a bucket up and in by number 22, Ryan Jones.
Great work. And there you go. Dover's got to take at least a little bit more of a timid approach, and they're able to get that layup off of the press that they weren't getting early in this game. How about this? Smyrna got a lead, Glenn.
Yeah, with a minute to go in the half. 3-point shot up, no good. Darrell Little rebound, put back off the glass and good, and Dover gets it right back.
They need him to get more involved offensively here.
Yeah, only 5 points for Little, the leading scorer on the team.
Getting to the middle.
Kilgo is doubled. It's going to be a 10-second count and a turnover.
Got to try and force that one. Now that's one where Kilgo got that off of that quick shift. He could have dribbled himself into there because they had Obi Coleman covered up. But again, this comes with drill and repetition, recognizing what you're seeing and knowing where to go with the basketball. Any little bit of hesitation against Dover, you'll get yourself in a disadvantage.
All right, Pat. Strap in. Final 40 seconds of the half. 1-point ball game. Dover's possession. And they throw it in right in front of us. Noah Allen out high to Javion Dennis. And back to Denham Perkins on the floor with 2 personal fouls.
3 players on the floor for Dover with 2. They got to be careful driving the basketball. Smyrna should be looking to take charges here.
Good point, Pat. They're Dover trying to hold for the final shot. Perkins clearing everybody out. Now he's looking for a screen. He gets it down in the right corner. Noah Allen sets for a 3. It won't go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. It's off of Shaw. So Dover will hold on with under 12.
And that's all done by Williams, who's playing with 2 fouls, but still trying to be active on the offensive rebound. He forced that deflection out of bounds to preserve the possession.
Perkins and Dover have had some pretty good inbounds plays. This one just into Williams. Back on top to Little, down in the corner to Perkins. We're down to 8, 7, 6, 5. Perkins. Cross court. Javion Dennis, right wing 3. Off the rim and the backboard, and that's how the half ends. Pat, what a half.
That was a heck of a hit. Good job there by Perkins. Good job by those 3 players for Dover to not pick up an offensive foul. And they got it to Dennis for an open look for 3. And he's hit a couple of those in the first half. So good, decent execution there from Dover. Just couldn't knock it down. But, I mean, the storyline there is Smyrna is playing hard, Glenn. And they figured some things out, started playing smarter basketball there in the second quarter. And they're right back in this game.
Okay, Dover outscored Smyrna 16-11 in the first quarter. Smyrna almost returned the exact number in the second, outscoring Dover 16-12. Senators 28-27 at the half. We'll be back after these messages on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barclays can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First Aid Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all the seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier?
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
Back here, about 2 minutes to go until we start the third quarter. Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Garriante. Still photography here at Dover High tonight provided by Ben Fulton. And up top behind us, video camera, Nick Halliday. So in the first half, balanced scoring for both teams. Smyrna led by Aaron Johnson and Obi Coleman with 8 points apiece. 5 points for Kilgo, 4 for Shaw, and 2 for number 22, Ryan Jones. For the Dover Senators, the leading scorer for them is Norwood with 7. 5 points for Darrell Little, who I looked over to try to do something to get him on, get him off his scoring schneid in the second half, because he averages about 20 points per game, and only 5 in the first half is below his average.
Yeah, Glenn, I mean, I think it's running him off of some screens. Dover in the half court has looked uncomfortable. And I think getting him open, maybe running him through some double screens, getting him the ball in motion where he can get his feet underneath him and catch and shoot, or look to read off a defender and get into the lane, maybe set him up and post him up if there's a smaller defender on him. Could be a few ways to get him going again. But yeah, just kind of stagnant offense, giving him the ball at the top of, the key or on the wing up top.
Right.
It's not, you got to get him in motion, get the defense moving instead of against a still defense like he went against in the first half. And, because Smyrna's kind of packing it in, and he wasn't hitting those outside shots.
One thing I've been impressed with out of Smyrna was I wanted to see how well they would rebound against a team like Dover, and I think they've hung in there. They've done a pretty good job on the defensive glass.
Yeah, they struggled early in the game during that 10-0 run, but about midway through that first quarter on, they really focused on boxing out and being in better position, primarily on the defensive end, and have limited Dover since. They've made a really good adjustment there and have really stepped up since.
All right, here in the second half, Smyrna will now move from our right to our left. Dover, obviously in the opposite direction. It looks like the possession area will be in favor of Dover to start out this third quarter. As we're ready to go, 28-27, Dover on top. Smyrna led briefly, and I mean briefly, probably for about 20 seconds. The Eagles grabbed the lead at 27-26. Let's see if Dover has the starting 5 back out there. There's Chase Little, Denham Perkins, Darrell Little, and Javion Dennis. We're looking for Norwood, and there he is. So the starting 5 out there for Dover and also for Smyrna. We have Kilgo, Aaron Johnson, Obi Coleman, Shaw, and I can't see the other player, but I think that's Jalen. No, that's number 4, Chase Sullivan.
And again, I mean, the thing to keep an eye on here is Obi Coleman is the foul trouble. Obi Coleman with 2, and then you've got Chase Little, Denham Perkins, as well as Javion Dennis with 2 fouls on the court right now for Dover. Players going to have to be careful here early in this third quarter.
Javion with a step back left wing, a 3-point shot. It's no good, but I think it went off the back of a Smyrna player. Yeah, Obi Coleman had his back turned to the basket and it went off of him. So again, Dover's still struggling a little bit in the half court. There's Little on the inbounds play, and one. He'll go to the line with a little floater.
There it is, and they found a way to get to him. Brother found him on a nice opening there, and he got an easy bucket and gets himself to the foul line. And as a scorer, sometimes this is how you can get yourself going offensively.
Foul goes against Shaw. That's his second personal. Only the second Smyrna player with 2 fouls, as Darrell Little converts the old-fashioned 3-point play. Give him 8 points in the game, and Dover now up 4, 31-27, and there's another almost a steal by Darrell Little. So Smyrna with these cross-court passes trying to break the press, and Dover anticipating. Now Coleman in the backcourt. Dover will pick it up at midcourt. Now they pack it in. Aaron Johnson calls out the half-court play. They're trying to get Shaw on a screen. He's up high with the ball. Back to Sullivan. Good defense by Dover. Down to the baseline. Sullivan's got to kick it back out. Back in the corner. And they call Sullivan for a travel. Didn't look like he moved.
He did switch pivot foots, and it's very, very subtle. But he did. He started with the left pivot foot, then he kept that planted and pivoted with the right, or jabbed with the right, I should say. And the official did catch that.
That's
very quick.
Yeah, that's
Very
how
quick.
he explained it to head coach Mears out off to our left. So Dover with a 4-point lead, trying to add to it here. Little into the paint, lost the ball. Good hands by Smyrna, and now a putback and a foul. And Norwood goes to the line.
He's been really good on the offensive glass tonight, Glenn. Really
Sullivan,
working hard.
Yeah, Sullivan draws a personal foul. Sorry, Pat.
No, you're good.
Norwood he's 1 for 3 from the line in the game. First one's up and no good. Now make him 1 for 4. But he does lead Dover with 7 points. Well, he did, excuse me. Now it's Little with 8. So 3 players in the game with game-high 8 points, 2 for Smyrna. Second free throw good in Norwood. 4 players now with 8 points.
8s are wild, Glenn.
Yep. 5-point Dover lead again. Press into backcourt. Sullivan, they got to get it across. There's the pass, and it's almost stolen. Little had his hand on it, but Kilgo got it back. Floater off the glass, high and good. Obi Coleman, what a shot he has.
Yeah, that was tough. I don't know how he put that in there.
Give him 10 points, and then quickly down the other way. I think that was Norwood with a lay-in.
Got to get back on defense against them.
Give Norwood 10 points. And now a traveling violation committed by Smyrna. Dover's press is giving the Eagles fits.
And it's tough. I mean, they're a good pressing team. Smyrna's just got to be a little bit smarter with the decision making.
5-point Senator lead. They have the basketball. We played almost 2 minutes here in this third quarter. Perkins will slow things down, set up the half-court set. Looks for Little. Crossover dribble. Tough shot in the lane. Almost got that to go, and then coming away with a rebound. Coleman, and they collapse on him. 3 defenders, and now we're going to get a what?
Jump ball. Looks like a jump ball here, Glenn.
Possession arrow favor the Eagles, so Smyrna will throw it in cross court from us. Dover again is going to pick up with pressure in the backcourt. Cross court pass to Sullivan. Gets it across to Aaron Johnson, but almost stolen by Perkins. Johnson dribbles to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Coleman takes a step back jumper. That's no good. A rebound by Dover.
Obi's been taking the outside shots. That one couldn't fall, and it looks like they're going to get a prayer here.
Yeah, it's going to be Smyrna's ball.
A little too aggressive there.
Chase
on the
Little.
Dribble
Yeah.
for Chase Little.
Again, the backcourt press. It's worked for Dover. Caused a lot of turnovers by Smyrna. Oh, Kilgo off of his foot, and that's going to go out of bounds to the Senators. We played 2.5 minutes.
They're just not finding the right positions on the court.
No.
Right? He's dribbling up. You've got to sink a little bit. Make that defender sink a little bit. You standing right there, that he could defend 2 guys.
Yeah, and there was nobody behind him. He could have backed up some. You're right. Yeah. Closing in on the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Baseline, nobody there. They kick it back out on top, and they'll reset. Double team on Perkins, and we got a reach-in foul on Obi Coleman, his third. And that's the third
foul.
That's the third on Coleman.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, like I said, these guys have really been calling it tight.
That they have.
Pass into Perkins. Trying to set things up. Javion Dennis kicks out on the left wing. And he'll take the 3-point shot and cans it. That's a big one. Now it's an 8-point Dover lead.
Yes, you're getting a little too, now you're getting sped up. You can't chase, can't get stuck here chasing points.
Another turnover, yeah. So now Dover a chance to go back up by double digits. Perkins walks it across midcourt.
And again, they get in your half court here. I'd like to see them set Darrell Little up with some off-ball screens. Get him something going to the basket.
Javion Dennis with a hot hand. He kicks it out. Now Perkins will take a left wing 3-point shot. No good. Norwood the rebound. Battle for the loose ball. Finally picked up by Coleman, and he was grabbed by Norwood.
second on Norwood.
You are correct. So still no Dover player with 3 personal fouls, but they have 5 with 2 personals. Let's see if Smyrna can break the press. They've had a lot of trouble with this. Cross court to Kilgo. He's picked up double team. Back over to Aaron Johnson, and he finally brings it across half court. Behind the
corner.
Back dribble, Kilgo pushed that shot up. It won't go. Halfway through the third quarter. Good hands that time by Aaron Johnson to deny the pass.
Yeah, that was almost a steal.
9-2 run by Dover to start this third quarter. This is the way they started the game out.
Yes, it is. Here they go in half court, but no one's moving. You got to move.
Cross court pass. That's his spot over there. Dennis missed that 3, and Coleman with a rebound.
Just get this ball across half court.
Double team on the ball. And taking a wide look at 3 is Shaw, and he makes that one.
Oh, hey, he can make that. That really nullifies the pressure from Dover.
Cuts it down to 37-32 Dover.
Good pull up.
Second chance opportunity. Mid-range jump shot baseline, no good. Shaw with a rebound. Thought about the outlet pass to Kilgo. Smyrna gets it across midcourt in a hurry. Bounce pass to Coleman. He's double teamed in the corner.
That's where you don't want to go.
Up, ball is tipped, and Darrell Little steals it. 2-on-1. Pass back, but errant pass. And I think Shaw caused that pass to go over the head of Darrell Little. Now we've got a timeout by head coach Stephen Wilson. Under 3 minutes to go in the third, and Dover has come out with a fury here to start this third quarter, Pat.
Yeah, and, just that last possession, they've gotten a little sped up here the last minute or so. But, they've come out. They've started halves off well. It's been Smyrna that's been able to make the adjustments. Let's see if this half kind of repeats that, or if we get Dover with a little pull away here. This is a good timeout here from Coach Wilson. Kind of slow his guys down and regroup, refocus here for this possession.
Want to remind you once again that the upcoming schedule, if you want to watch another good live stream later this week on Thursday night, the Upstate crew will have Howard at Sanford. Next week, the Central crew will be at Middletown Tuesday as the Odessa Ducks take on the Cavaliers in an intra-district game. And then a week from Saturday, we'll have another intra-district game in the Appoquinimink School District. This is a makeup game from a snowed-out game. I think it was the game with the rain and extreme high winds when there was a lot of flooding. As we're going to have Middletown at Appo. That's a Saturday game at noon. That's February 10th. And it's just hard to believe that February is like a day away.
You're not kidding, Glenn. You're not kidding, man. They say that the years go by faster as you get older, and boy, oh boy, is that true.
Tell me about it.
And it's scientifically proven. It's not the time goes faster. It's that you perceive time faster.
Yeah. Perkins inbounds to Darrell Little. He's picked up by Kilgo. Triples into the paint, puts up a tough shot, won't go, but he draws contact.
Love that.
Yep, Kilgo.
Love that from Darrell Little. Still not. I would love to see Dover again kind of establish an offensive set in half court, work the ball around, run it, through a few options before settling for the dribble penetration or the three-point shot and hope for an offensive rebound. But nonetheless, it's good to see Little get aggressive here offensively, but he's clearly, he's off today.
Yeah, and he was a little off on that free throw. Usually he's money from the line. Gets another opportunity here to get his 9th point of the game as Noah Allen checks in to Coach Wilson's 5 out on the floor. Little takes his time. We're under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second free throw is also short. Smyrna clears out for the rebound. Pressure in the backcourt again. Kilgo throws it right to Pat Gariantes.
See that catch, man? Still got that thing.
He got it.
Still got that, man. Still got them hands, brother.
I could see that one coming right toward us, brother.
Still got them hands, Glenn.
I had your back, though. I had your back just in case.
They're lucky I didn't pull from 42 out here.
Allen underneath, Norwood. Turn around, floater off the glass, no good. Battle for the loose ball, won by Smyrna. Kilgo up the far side. Double teamed. He breaks it. Up and under, and he gets the shot. Tough shot by Kilgo.
Impressive finish.
Cuts it to a one-possession game, 37-34. Perkins, Noah Allen, right wing three-point shot. No good. Rebound, Smyrna. And that's going to be Norwood's third.
Yeah, a little too aggressive on that. I got to get the clock set up right because I had to snag that skip pass.
Now once again, Smyrna lets Dover go out to a big lead early in the quarter, only to rebound and come back and make a game of it.
Pull it back here, get in the middle of the court. There you go.
Good pass in the lane. High arching shot, missed everything by Aaron Johnson, but Smyrna saved it right to Denham Perkins. Perkins runs the floor. He doesn't have the numbers. Good pass to Darrell Little. Went for the dunk and missed it. But Javion Dennis is there to clean it up.
Good work there by Dennis. Stuck on the 9th floor, though, for Little. I appreciate, though. It's been a struggle for him. He tried to get a jam to get himself going there.
All right, Smyrna with the ball down by 5, 1:38 to go in this third quarter. Shaw over on the right wing, back out on top to Kilgo. He's guarded by Darrell Little. Shaw turns around quickly, lets one fly. Good rebound. Nice positioning underneath by Jalen Williams for the bucket.
You got it. You nailed it, Glenn. Great positioning there. Good putback.
Three-point shot the other way. Noah Allen rimmed out.
That's what you can't do is
Aaron Johnson, there's contact, and that's going to be the third foul committed by Denham Perkins.
Yeah, that's one of those where you just gotta get back and get yourself into position there.
At the scorer's table is Obi Coleman for Coach Mears. He's going to check into the game. They get him in, and taking a breather for Smyrna is Orion Jones. He's given him good minutes off the bench.
He has.
He saved a possession down here earlier. Bounce pass into Obi Coleman. Strong move to the paint. Euro step, puts up the shot. Off the rim, no good.
Good rebound by Allen. Only lost it, but it's lucky.
So we're down to a minute to go in the third quarter. One possession ball game. And now they're going to get offense for defense again. They're going to get Coleman off the floor, protect him with 3 personal fouls. Ryan Jones right back on the floor for Smyrna. And now they're going to get Chase Sullivan in as well. And he's going to come in for Kilgo, give him a break. A little chess match with these two coaches, Pat.
Yeah, well, you know, when you got some foul trouble to navigate around and a close game, you got to value every possession here.
Under a minute to go in the quarter. Good move by Denham Perkins. Reverse layup. He can't get it to go down. Shaw with a rebound.
You don't see that often. Him miss those.
Aaron Johnson splits a double team all the way into the paint. Kicks it over in the right corner. Mid-range jump shot on the way. Not by Ryan Johnson. No good, but we got a reach-in foul by number 1, Aaron Jones.
That's going to put him on the line for 2 shots, I should say. It's the 5th foul, I believe.
Aaron Johnson, excuse me. That's his second. So 40 seconds to go. Smyrna is over the limit in this quarter. And that will put Kareem King at the line for Dover. He has 3 points in the game. First free throw's on the way. Good. That pushes it out to a 2-possession lead as Coach Mears will now get Coleman and Kilgo back on the floor.
A little miscommunication here on the officiating crew. We had substitutions coming in. Almost was a live ball.
Both teams. So Jones and Williams come out for Smyrna. Javion Dennis comes off the floor for Coach Wilson. So he now has Terrence Williams on the floor with Denham Perkins. Of course, at the line is King. Also in the game is Chase Little and Darrell Little. Free throw is good. He made them both. 5 points in the game for Kareem King.
Well, they didn't get
got a whistle across the other side.
Clock didn't start.
Okay, they reset the clock, 38.4. Smyrna will throw it in again. This time it looks like they'll throw it in right in front of the Dover bench. And Sullivan will do the honors. Dover up 41-36, 5-point Senator lead. Good bounce pass to Sullivan by Aaron.
Yes, it was. Great work.
Johnson kicks it over in the left corner. Shaw for a three. It rims out. Coleman in there fighting for the rebound. He gets it, puts it high off the window, and good.
Great job by Smyrna against the pressure. That is what they need to do against this press right there. That possession was beautiful.
It's a one-possession lead again for Dover. They're going to slow it down, take the last shot of the quarter. 41-38, down in the right corner. Three-point shot on the way, no good. Coleman with a rebound. 4, 3, 2, kill go. Too late.
I don't think he recognized how much time was left, but I'll tell you what, Smyrna finishes on back to good offensive and defensive possessions there, Glenn. Keep themselves in this game.
They sure do. And we'll be back with the exciting fourth and final quarter. 8 minutes left to go in this one. Or will there be more? We'll see when we come back for the fourth quarter on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. Exciting ball game here at Dover High. Senators have led pretty much throughout, Pat. They had a brief moment, like about 15, 20 seconds in the second quarter, where they fell behind by a point to Smyrna, but they got the lead right back at the half at 28-27 right now. They have a 41-38 advantage, outscoring Smyrna 13-11 in that quarter. But it seems like early in each quarter, Dover is dictating the game. They outscored Smyrna by 7 to start that quarter, and the Eagles had to fight back.
Yeah, I mean, it's been this constant back and forth battle for them. They kind of shoot themselves in the foot with slow starts, but then rallying late to get themselves back in it. It's going to be crucial here for Smyrna, if you're looking at this from Smyrna's perspective, to not let Dover extend this lead out too far beyond 3 to 5 points in these opening few minutes. You don't want to get yourself behind by too much here.
All right, who's in foul trouble? There are 3 players with 3 personal fouls. Denham Perkins and Esteban Norwood for Dover, and Obi Coleman for Smyrna. All 3 players with 3 personal fouls. And let's see how the coaches protect them down this final stretch. All right, here we go. Boy, a tale of 2 defenses, huh? Dover uses that pressure all the time. Smyrna pretty much doesn't. They just back it in.
Yeah, and they do a great job in half court.
3-point shot. Rims out. Good positioning by Coleman to get the defensive rebound.
Yeah, Dover just hasn't hit from the outside.
Oh, there's
Dangerous.
a steal. Denham Perkins again. He saw that when he anticipated it. All the way down the floor and lays it in.
Too far across the court to throw a bounce pass there.
Sullivan, double teamed. Gets it to Aaron Johnson. He
Great
breaks
work.
the press to Coleman. Into the paint. They're going to call him for a travel.
It's a tough one. And the pressure's speeding them up again. This is what you can't have happen. Can't get sped up.
So Smyrna has Kilgo, Aaron Johnson, Obi Coleman, Chase Sullivan, and Logan Shaw on the floor. Dover with the ball. Denham Perkins, Darrell Little, Javion Dennis. Also on the floor is Chase Little and Norwood. Esteban Norwood. Darrell Little moves, strong move in the paint. Shot is rejected by Coleman.
Coleman is just very good and active with his hands.
Good job by Johnson. Wide open underneath. Pump fake, draws the foul, and Shaw will go to the line.
Good work there.
Let's see who they call the foul on, because Norwood was in there. It's on Norwood. That's 4. So Norwood with 4 personal fouls. He's the leading scorer for Dover with 10 points, and coach is quickly going to get him off the floor and bring in Terrence Williams. Shaw wasn't in the act of shooting? I thought he was in the act of shooting there.
I guess they didn't give him the continuation, Glenn.
I guess not.
I guess they didn't.
Smyrna in the half-court set. Sullivan, mid-range jump shot, partially deflected by Darrell Little. Dover with possession and a 5-point lead. 6:35 to go. Perkins kicks it out. Left wing three-point shot is short. Dover gets the loose ball. Nice pass underneath. Double pump. Won't go for Javion Dennis. And Coleman comes down with a rebound.
They're going to call an elbow. Yep. They're going to get Coleman on the elbow. I was wondering if he was going to let that one go because it didn't connect, but
that's 4 on him.
They called it.
Yeah, the officials, a lot of times when they see the elbow, whether he makes contact or not, they're just going to call it. But the way they've been calling this game so tightly is Coleman comes in for a steal, goes for the slam, and there's an exclamation point.
Timeout here. Good timeout by Coach Mears. Set his guys up after that. How about Obi Coleman gets the offensive foul and then makes up for it with a steal and a slam. Now he's just got to be careful. That was his 4th personal.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful the rest of the way here.
That cuts Dover's lead to a single possession. It's 43-40. But, yeah, what I was alluding to earlier was this officiating crew has called this game so tightly. I mean, just a little brush on a bump, a little barely a reach in, and they're blowing the whistle, calling a foul. And then when you have a player that shows an elbow but no contact's made, it makes it interesting. You just kind of shake your head. But they have called the game tight throughout. And both coaches have kind of questioned, some of these foul calls. But we'll see here now as we've got 4 fouls on Obi Coleman, and he's a key player for Smyrna. He's their leading rebounder.
Yes. Yeah.
And 4 on Norwood for Dover, who's off the floor right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take Obi out here, try and extend this game, try and, run through some minutes here with just straight guard play. Let's see how that works. Dover's going to counter, bringing Terrence Williams into the game. So that's going to be the guy that Smyrna's going to have to put a body on. And let's see who steps up to the challenge to do that.
Shaw and Sullivan and Ryan Jones are going to have to battle underneath with Dover's bigs. And you just mentioned Terrence Williams, who's on the floor in place of Norwood. Also doing a good job down there getting rebounds is Kareem King. Good minutes off the bench tonight for him for Dover.
I'm impressed. I really am impressed with him. And again, only a freshman.
Yeah. 6'2" freshman. He might be actually a little bit taller than that. I think he grew since the beginning of this year.
Yeah, and again, just not scared. Not scared.
Pass almost stolen by Aaron Johnson. Davion Dennis with it. And his one-handed floater goes down, and we got a blocking foul to be an and one.
That's
I
big.
think the foul's on Smyrna's number 22, Ryan Jones.
Big 50-50 call right there.
That's his first. Team second. And sends Javion Dennis to the line. So he now has 10 points to tie Norwood for game high for Dover. He can get his 11th right here, and he does.
That's big.
So now Dover up by 6.
That gives a little bit of breathing room. Little bit. See how Smyrna responds.
They're struggling again to get the ball across midcourt.
He's really good in the press. Again, I mean, the best guy in the press for Smyrna's been the freshman.
3-point shot. Aaron Johnson will go, and Dover wins the battle of the rebound.
Didn't love the shot, but Aaron's done a great job in the second half against that press.
He has.
Being the lead guard here.
Perkins pulls it out, looking for a screen. Gets it. Got a mismatch. Terrell Little kicks it out. Perkins will take the deep 3. Won't go. Long rebound out to Dover. And they'll reset. No, good pass from Little underneath. We've got a whistle, I think, on the floor.
Yeah. And
before the shot.
Here it is, Glenn. This is where not having Obi Coleman on the floor potentially could hurt Smyrna. Dover very clearly going to go to at least try and work the ball into the post, at least for touches here. So they're going to have to be prepared for that. Don't want to rack up the fouls.
Chase Sullivan committed his second, team's third. Good double clutch shot off the window. Was that Javion?
Little.
I got blocked out.
Darrell Little.
Little gets a bucket. Steal, almost. Shaw gets a deflection. And Smyrna across midcourt, and then that's got to be a foul.
Yep. They're going to call that one. That's going to be the third on Dennis.
Yeah, it's on Javion Dennis. That's his third. Dover with an 8-point advantage. Again, they've started out every quarter on fire, and then Smyrna has rebounded to get back into the ballgame. Let's see if the Eagles can do it for a fourth quarter.
Yeah, and this is not what you wanted. You didn't want to get down here to 7, 8 points. Smyrna needs a bucket really badly on this possession.
Going to get a 5-second count. Kilgo finally gives it up to Shaw. He has his pocket pick 2-on-1. Left-handers up and good. It's a 10-point lead for Dover at 50-40.
Great work here by Dover. Again, starting the quarter off well, getting themselves an extended lead midway through the fourth. And now you'll start to potentially see them start to get into strategic realm here, these final 4.5 minutes. Not so much, chew clock, but again, just kind of be strategic, be conservative with where they go with the basketball, take their time on the offensive end of the floor.
Now, Pat, if you're Coach Mears, do you have to roll the dice here and put Obi Coleman back in the game? Because he's your leading rebounder. He keeps you in the game with second chance opportunities.
Yeah, I think this is where you got to get him back in the game. I mean, you're down 10, four and some change left to go in the game. You really can't afford to not have him in there. It looks like he's sitting down here. Let's see. It looks like they're not bringing him in, but that would have been something I would have considered.
Looks like 3 timeouts left for Smyrna. Coach Wilson for Dover has 2 timeouts remaining. And we have 4:27 to go in this ball game. And this is a crucial point in the game. Is this a point in the game where Dover just takes the ball and runs away from the Eagles? Or can the Eagles make another run?
We're going to find out.
And backcourt pressure again. They've done it throughout the ball game. And they do not guard the inbounds passer, which gives them an extra defender on the ball. Sullivan, backcourt, Aaron Johnson, looking down court, back to Sullivan. Back to Johnson, there's a 10-second count. They can't break it. Another turnover. So Smyrna up 10 with the ball, and if you're the Senators now, Coach Wilson, they just eat clock and force Smyrna to foul you maybe.
And this is where you can really work on your half-court sets and running through all the options that each offensive set has. See if they go ahead and do that. Denham, you can see him taking his time.
Smyrna has been outscored 9-2 to start this fourth quarter. Right corner, 3-point shot. That's good. Now the largest lead of the game. That's Javion Dennis.
What a fourth quarter here from Dover.
And Coach Mears has to get Obi Coleman back in the game. There's another steal. Perkins, alley-oop, and off the glass and good, and one. They'll go to the line. This one's starting to get out of hand.
What a job here from Dover. They come out and asserted themselves. I'll tell you what, this is eerily similar to the game I did last week between William Penn and Caravelle, where we had ourselves a tight game. You know, a lower-ranked team was playing very closely with the higher-ranked team, and then the higher-ranked team pulled away late in the fourth quarter, and that's what Dover's done. They've tightened up.
Yeah.
They've started to play their game again here, and they've extended their lead out.
Oh, Smyrna took that timeout, so the Eagles now have 2 remaining. Apparently there was some wrong information on the scoreboard previously, so Dover has 3 timeouts remaining. This is a full timeout. 15-point Dover lead, largest lead of the ball game. And right now Dover is on a 12-0 run.
That's it, Glenn. That's 12-0, 43-40 early in this quarter. And they've extended it out with this run, and they've done it in a multitude of ways. They've done a little bit in half court. They've gotten to the free throw line. They've gotten out in transition, doing a little bit of everything. Like I said, and defensively, they've really ratcheted it up. And, they recognized that Coleman wasn't in the game, and they looked to attack that. They didn't see rim protection. They got to look into the big man down low. And you saw Darrell Little start to attack the basket.
Speaking of Coleman, he leads Smyrna with 14 points. He's the only player in double digits. Javion Dennis has 14 for Dover. Little has 12. Remember, he only had 5 at halftime. And Little is at the free throw line, looking for point number 13. Trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play and give Dover a 16-point lead. He does not. He's short again. He's been short on those last 3 attempts.
It's bizarre to see him miss. It just is bizarre.
They're doubling the ball again.
Ooh. Say drug the pivot foot there. Right decision, just a little bit off balance, that's all.
Another turnover again, forced by Dover. Senators up 55-40 with 3:40 to go. Let's see what Smyrna's made of here.
Let's see what they got. Let's see if they can cause some chaos defensively.
Terrence Williams trying to set a screen on Johnson. He does so. That frees up Perkins to get over the other side of the floor.
Now, one more foul is going to put Dover on the free throw line. That's important to keep in mind too, Glenn.
Williams again with a screen.
No better guy you would want handling the basketball right here either.
Right. Now we got a whistle underneath away from the ball.
Off-ball foul here.
The foul is on Aaron Johnson. They got him with a push. That's his third. And that will put Dover at the line. At the line is Terrence Williams. 2 free throws for him. Williams has 4 points in the game. His second trip to the line tonight. And that's his first conversion. .307 to go. Williams trying to put Dover up by a whopping 17 points. He does not. It's a 16-point lead. With a triple team, Aaron. Wide open underneath, and now Kilgo's going to take it himself, and he's fouled by Terrence Williams. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's the third personal on Williams.
This is one way you can try and climb yourself back into it. Get yourself free points with no time coming off the clock.
Kilgo at the line. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Misses the first one. And Smyrna only has 2 points this entire quarter. That was that slam by Obi Coleman early in the quarter after he picked up his 4th foul. Second free throw on the way. That one's good. Kilgo now with 8 points for Smyrna, but they trail by 15 to Dover. Under 3 minutes to go.
And no pressure here. A little bit odd.
Now they're going to pick it up in midcourt. Pass underneath. Contact. Attempted to steal. I think it's off of Little. No, they're going to give it back to Dover. It's off of Kilgo.
Opportunity was there. Off the run and jump.
They get the ball into good no-look pass down on the baseline. Unselfish, another pass, and Dennis converts.
Great work here from Dover. They've started to execute at a high level here in this 4th quarter. Now the pressure to slow Smyrna down.
Smyrna had a man. Kilgo was wide open underneath. They didn't see him. Euro step up and in. 4 points in the quarter for Coleman, and those are basically the only points for the Eagles in this quarter.
Perkins going to take his time here, as he should.
Coleman joins Javion Dennis, game high 16 points. 2 minutes to go. Terrence Williams almost had the ball stripped by Aaron Johnson, and now Smyrna just chasing the ball. Dover spread out nicely. And we got a timeout by Coach Wilson with 1:47 to go in the ball game. And it looks like Dover has this one well in hand and playing like the number 2 team in the state, Pat.
Yeah, I agree. They've really come on here in this 4th quarter, as you alluded to. That 12-0 run's been the difference, Glenn. And right now this is just a matter of Coach Wilson talking to his guys, being like, this is how we're going to execute the final 2 minutes. We need to just take care of the basketball. Here's the spots on the floor we're going to want a man at. And, no need to take any contested shots. Let them foul us. We'll go to the line for the free throws and close this thing out.
Don't want to make any excuses at all, but I'm going to point this stat out. When Obi Coleman picked up his 4th foul, then he came down on a breakaway and slammed it. That was 6:17 to go in the game, and it made the game 43-40. He went out, and when he went out, Dover went nuts. They went on a big run to get the lead up to 56-40 before he checked back into the game.
And Dover, you saw it. They sensed it.
Yeah.
They go right inside to Williams on the very first possession. He gets himself to the free throw line. Then the very next possession, they get the ball into Darrell Little. He goes and he drives into the lane, layup. I mean, and they just kind of went from there. They didn't fear the rim protection, and they went right at it.
Yep. Dover to throw it in, right in front of their own bench. Kilgo guarding the pass. Little got it in. Double team on Terrence Williams. The ball is tipped and stolen by Kilgo. 2-on-1. And it's stolen right back by Denham Perkins.
So quick. He's just so quick.
Isn't he? His reactions are great.
They really are.
Minute and a half. Smyrna's got to foul somebody. They fouled Darrell Little. Normally I'd say that's not a good thing, but he's been a little off from the line tonight.
Yeah, abnormally off for sure, Glenn.
Foul goes on Chase Sullivan. That's his third. Smyrna has long since been over the limit, so Little at the line. He has 12 points in the game. First one's good. So look, is it nice smooth form there.
He's pure on that. I was going to say, he was pure on that one, Glenn.
It looked like he wasn't really getting the extension earlier, and that was coming up short. That one rattles around and is no good. He makes 1 out of 2. Coleman with a rebound. Cross-court pass to Kilgo. Back to Sullivan. And there is a reach-in foul. I love the official. Denham Perkins appealing to the official going, what? He said, foul's not on you, brother. Foul's on Darrell Little, his second.
Benefit of a crowd, Mike, Glenn.
Yeah.
Luckily, no expletives were dropped.
Yeah, right. Yeah. $1:15 to go in this one. Smyrna trying to make it look a little bit better. Dover playing really good D. 68 seconds to go. Over on the right wing, step back shot on the way, and that hits the rim a couple of times. Coleman with a rebound. He's fouled, and he would go to the line. 59 seconds to go, Pat.
And again, Dover got it done when they needed to. Stayed afloat, handled the counter punches from Smyrna, and took advantage when they needed to here in the fourth. Valiant effort from the Eagles. If they could play with this kind of effort, they're gonna finish this season out strong.
Coleman now converting the first free throw. He now has a game high 17 points, and you have to realize he sat out about 4 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Second one is good as well. Give him 18. Dover up by 14, though, 59-45. Smyrna forced to foul. And they foul from behind. Fouls on Kilgo. That's his third. And a timeout taken. No, they're going to say it.
This is for a substitution. Get some.
Okay.
Maybe get some.
Keep the clock going. The official explained to Coach Mears in front of us. I think I guess Coach Wilson did call a timeout to get a sub in, Pat.
Yeah, they're going to make him use the timeout. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, so Dover down to 1 timeout. Smyrna has 2. We're under a minute to go in this one. We're going to keep it right here. 14-point lead for the Senators, and we can't stress it enough. This was one heck of a game for 3 quarters and into the first 2 minutes of this fourth quarter when Dover just ran away from Smyrna. And that pressure really bothered the Eagles.
It did all game.
All game.
I mean, with the exception of a few pockets there, and that was really Aaron Johnson doing a great job of breaking the pressure. But and that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Get you revved up, get out in transition, and they were able to accomplish that for the most part here today.
All right, timeout is over. Again, Smyrna can stop it twice, Dover one more time, but I got a feeling this is going to be a free throw game now. Darrell Little gets it in. Perkins wide open underneath and gets a layup. 61-45.
Heck of a job there. Good find. At this point, Dover, just don't foul if you're Dover.
8 points now for Little, just inside the three-point line. Kilgo makes the jumper to make it 61-47. Now we got a whistle, contact on the other side of the floor. That'll stop the clock with just about 30 seconds to go. Looks like Dover's going to improve now to 8-0 in the Henlopen North. They sit atop the conference. They'll hold on to that number 2 ranking for the time being. Only in-state loss for the Senators was that 1 point loss to St. Elizabeth's on the road. Pat, you were there, right?
I watched it.
Oh, okay.
I did watch it, and that was an impressive showing for them for sure.
Perkins' first free throw, in and out.
And they had a good look. They had a couple good looks there at the end of the game that would have given them a win.
Yeah.
Just were unable to finish it and couldn't secure an offensive board to tap it in at the buzzer. And St. E's got the 1 point win.
I remember, too, I watched the tail end. They had a bad pass coming out of a timeout late in the fourth quarter that led to the go-ahead bucket for St. E's. And Perkins misses them both. He's usually very good at the line. Aaron Johnson breaks the press down in the left corner. 3-point shot up, hits the side of the rim. Javion Dennis. Perkins all alone. He'll go down. And the shot is blocked by Kilgo. Dover holds on to possession. Good job by Kilgo to hustle back.
It was. You know, he saw the, all right, you want to go up and get a last-second layup up 14, and now you're not. You're not, man. That's a competitor competing.
You probably heard Coach Mears barking out to his team. No fouls now. 10 seconds. Perkins with the ball. Dover up by 14. Perkins can just dribble it out. He passes off to Noah Allen. He's going to take a shot. Misses. Right back, right corner. 3-point. It'll count if it goes. It doesn't. And the final here in this one is 61-47 in favor of the second-ranked Dover Senators. But they got a little scare here tonight.
They did. And, you know, they did a wonderful job of weathering that storm. Dover did. You know, they're on their home court.
Yeah.
They didn't panic. You know, Smyrna came back. You kind of figure conference game, they're going to give you a little bit of a challenge. And, you know, they did that tonight. And, you know, Dover did just enough there to keep themselves afloat through 3 and then pulled away in the 4th.
Pat, what do you take away from this game? What have you learned about Dover? What have you learned about Smyrna?
I think, Dover, you can see the talent on the floor for Dover. You know, tonight you had an off night from Darrell Little, and there was a few times where they got a little bit sped up. So that was a little bit out of character for them. And then Smyrna, I think Smyrna's there. They're close. They're a little bit away, but they'll be there. You know, at the end of the year, I think they'll continue to develop, and this is a tournament team for sure.
You know, once you get past the St. E's, the Dovers, the Middletowns, the Slazy Adams, I don't know where there's a little separation maybe from the top 4 to a Sanford, to a William Penn. And from there on, maybe 10 more teams, there's a ton of parity.
I agree. I agree, Glenn. And, you know, that could be a situation where you let these top teams, depending on how the seed rolls out, beat each other up. And maybe you get a fourth, surprise 4th team in that semifinal. We'll see.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I get out of the way so Coach has a lot of camera time here with Nick Halliday up on top of the bleachers. Coach, you got a little scare out of Smyrna for about 3 quarters and a couple minutes into the 4th quarter, but your guys just pressed them all night, and it really got to them in that 4th quarter stretch.
Yeah, I think that's what we do. You know, we're conditioned. We press all game.
I'll tell you what, Coach, hold on here for a second. We got a little problem with that. Maybe let him borrow your headset, Pat?
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll do that. We'll give Coach the headset. Now, you got me? Okay, so let's go with that question again. Your defensive pressure, the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, that's what we do. We figure out what press is going to work, and then we stick with it a little bit, but we try to give everybody a little bit of something to worry about. So our guys just play hard, and I really appreciate that. You know, I love the effort that they give. They never think they're out of a basketball game, and you know, they're just trying to play the right way.
You're getting some valuable minutes off the bench from your 6th man, your 7th man, your 8th man, and a lot of them are young kids. Talk about your bench players.
Well, we pride ourselves in not just having seniors because it's life after tomorrow, but, you know, we try to have a mix of everybody. So we have sophomores, freshmen, juniors, seniors, but it really helps when you have 2 seniors like Denham Perkins and D. Little. But we do try to give everybody a chance. I try to give everybody a shot in practice to earn what they want to earn, but we just have basketball players. They're good kids with good grades. They work hard, and they really focus on the court. So I'm happy with what we're doing right now, but we have a long way to go.
Yeah, Coach, you're battle-tested. You're sitting at number 2 in most everybody's rankings because of that close loss to St. Elizabeth's. But tell me a little bit about your opponent tonight, the Smyrna Eagles. They're not ranked. They were 3-17 last year, and Coach Mears has kind of turned them around a little bit. But, again, they gave you a good ball game for 3 quarters.
Yeah, that's our conference, man. Coach Mears always has his team prepared. He's always very quality young man with his team. They always play hard. So we know it's always going to be a ball game. So I can appreciate what he does over there, and hope we can appreciate what we do a little bit. But, we're going to get everybody's A game. It is what it is, and we have to understand that. And these guys, whether they're young, they have to be prepared and ready to go. And I think right now they're trying to solidify themselves to make this push later on into the season.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're coming down the stretch already. February is right around the corner, and you got the stretch run to win the Henlopen North and have a conference championship here on your own floor. But you're right, you got a long way to go. There's some good parity in the Henlopen North.
Yeah, we really do. We have now that I can think about a good Sussex Central team coming in here on Thursday, so it doesn't get any easier. The guys will take some ice baths tomorrow. We'll stretch real good. Probably won't lift, but get in there, shoot some free throws, work on some layups, and just get ready for Sussex Central because everybody knows what comes after Sussex Central. Everybody's waiting for us. So
Dover head coach Stephen Wilson, he does a great job year in and year out. He gets his team primed to make a postseason run. Coach, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you so much for having us again. Appreciate it. Thanks, Nick.
Head coach Stephen Wilson of the victorious Dover Senators. And, Pat, he said it. There's a lot of parity in the conference. You take a look at the Sussex Central team that they have next, and Central's a team that's split this year with Smyrna.
Yeah, like you said, Glenn, these conference games, anything can happen in them. There's some youth on the Dover side. So, obviously you got the 2 senior ball handlers, but, you got a lot of youth as well. And when that's the case, there could be games where those guys are off, right? And that could give a team who's hungry, like Coach said, everyone's going to be gunning for them, especially in this conference. And that could sometimes come back to bite you. But you're going to get everyone's best, and I think Sussex Central's a team that's going to be a good one to keep an eye on. It's a team that maybe not a lot of folks around the state have paid attention to or kept an eye on. But anything can happen down here in this conference. It'll be interesting to see.
All right, the leading scorer in the game was Obi Coleman of Smyrna with 20 points. And he had only 8 points at half, so he got 12 in that second half for Smyrna. And again, he sat out about 4 minutes of the fourth quarter in foul trouble. Leading scorer for Dover was Javion Dennis with 16, 13 points for Darrell Little, and 8 points for point guard Denham Perkins. Norwood also chipped in tonight with a pretty good ball game. He had 10 points, double digits for the victorious Dover Senators. Our thanks to both coaches, Andrew Mears of Smyrna and Stephen Wilson from Dover. For Kevin Turner, the athletic director here at Dover High, and his staff. They do a great job getting us set up here courtside. For our broadcast crew, still photography, Ben Fulton, videography by Nick Halliday, and my broadcast partner, Pat Garriantes. This is Glenn Fraser. The final score, once again, Dover 61, Smyrna 47. Thanks for watching our live stream on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools,